Hi viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV. My name is Adeola Fayehun. Now, some weeks ago, it's been in the news that two Nigerian students studying in Canada are facing deportation because they decided to work off campus. And I'm talking about Victoria Ordu and also Ihuoma Fayehun. Now, today we want to talk about the case of these ladies, and we'll be talking with their lawyer. His name is Kay Adeogun. He's actually working at Culture Connect organization, CCI Immigration in Canada. He has over 10 years experience, and he specializes in Canadian immigration. And we will also be talking with the ladies later on in the interview. Mr. Adeogun, welcome to Sahara TV.
Well, thank you very much, Dela.
Thank you. Let's just start out by talking about what exactly has these ladies done. I know this case has been going on since last year. What law have they broken?
Well, in summary, they came to Canada on a valid study permit. So they're a student of the University of Regina, and or they were supposed to apply for a separate work permit after 6 months of studies. But because they did not have the information at that time, so they took on employment part-time off campus. And one of them discovered that, I think about a few weeks into it, she was told she cannot continue to do the work. She found out herself, and so she went to the International Student Office, and they told her, well, you cannot do this. She stopped. She stopped working. And the problem then was several weeks later, CBSA, which is Canada Border Services, called her to find out, they wanted to ask some information, and they asked her if she was working. She said no, because she wasn't working at that time and she had stopped several weeks. And they asked her about the past. So she told them she did it in the past, not knowing, and immediately she discovered she stopped. And that was just for a few weeks. And that was our offense. And of course, the other person also in similar situation said that she was still actively working. And these were just part-time work at Walmart in Saskatchewan, and for a few weeks. And so they were arrested for working illegally. And we've gone through the processes. And the final decision, after all said and done, was that they should be deported for that 2 weeks of employment, or so few weeks of employment, which we felt the punishment does not justify uh, the crime.
And these ladies have actually been studying at this University of Regina for like 3 years, right?
That's correct.
I know that Victoria is studying theater arts and Ihuoma is studying international relations, something like that.
Yep.
But they've been in Canada for the past 3 years, and then this happened, and now they're saying that they want to deport them. So there's been a lot of people that have been protesting this, saying that this is not right. I'm just wondering, has this made any difference? The fact that people are protesting for them in Canada, and people are talking about it everywhere. Has this made any difference? Will this affect the judgment?
Well, that's our hope, and that's the expectation right now. I mean, a lot of information. I mean, I've been to the Parliament Hill in Canada to be part of a protest in front of the Parliament House, and there are local people here doing the same thing. Even the university where they study came out publicly in support of them. And what everybody is saying is, granted, they made a mistake. It was an honest mistake. And the fact that they stopped, that you're going to crucify them based on past crime. I mean, if somebody had knew they were doing something wrong and they stopped it, and to now pick them up few weeks, several weeks later and try to crucify them, it's not Canadian values, we want to say. So yes, the pressure is on. We're pleading with the government. We're asking the Minister of Immigration and the Minister of Public Safety to reverse the decision. And to reverse the decision, all it takes is for the Minister of Public Safety, which is Victoria, to put a stay on the deportation, which he has the power to do, and also the Minister of Immigration, Jason Kenney, to issue them a new study permit, which will allow them to finish their studies.
I see. So while you're trying to do that and people are protesting, what about Nigerian government? Have they been involved at all in making sure that these ladies are able to complete their studies?
Unfortunately, I will want to say the support has not been what we'll expect it to be. Now, the Nigerian communities, that's the Nigerians in Canada, that is a listserv, the president for the Toronto branch, and some of the other chapters across the countries have been very supportive. We've had meetings, they've supported the rally that was held in Ottawa was actually sponsored by Nigerian Association in Ottawa, which is where you have the parliament, which is the parliamentary hill for our country here. As for the embassy, they've been very silent for several months right now. We had contacted them. We make sure, of course, we understood that that time there was a transition in process. The ambassador had just left and the new one was coming. So there was that gap. And I can appreciate that part of it. But for instance, we've not had a call, received an email from anyone from the Nigerian High Commission for the past 6 months upward. Not even, I've sent email to the current ambassador, which is Ojoma Dweke, and I've sent email to one of the staff there, Bola Ashaju. I have sent, I've got records of emails, communication. At the very beginning, they were very enthusiastic about it, but somehow they got some information which we know they're not accurate. And we were expecting that they would verify that with us, but for some reason, we don't really know what's going on. In terms of direct support from Nigeria, none that we're aware of.
But what about the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Olubenga Ashiru? I'm sure that he's aware of this. Has he done anything so far?
Well, we have not been contacted in any form or shape, and we've not received any information, be honest with you. We have not, but we're counting on the government of Nigeria to step up the pressure. Now, everything in law has been, every avenue we have in law has been used on this case, in fairness. So no court case can overturn that. It's more of a diplomatic thing, and that Nigeria can do on behalf of the students, a phone call to the office of the Prime Minister, a phone call to the office of the Minister of Immigration will make the difference. So no contact, no direct contact from Nigeria till date. That's one. Two, like I said, the Nigerian High Commission was very helpful at the very beginning. And the Nigerian community here, we contacted them. There was a time they promised to get back to us in 48 hours. The last, that time we didn't hear back for 3 months. And we kept calling and leaving voice messages. And for some reasons, we never got a response back. The concern is, of course, they said they got some information. And there's always two sides to every story. Our own expectation was that they will contact me or us in Regina to find out the true story. So that way, even if somebody gave them information A.
What kind of information do you think they have, though? Whatever it is, I'm wondering what could prevent them from taking any step. What kind of information do you think they have that is stopping them from reaching out?
Well, if the first thing is, they had a false claim on Victoria. And I'll make it clear. They said she had applied, claimed refugee status against Nigeria, which is 500% false. And I use 500 because of the emphasis. It's not true. She never submitted any application for that. I've been the counsel of record. I've got the papers. And whoever said it, it's not telling the truth. They're trying to put a block against the thing. Now, they're referring to the other person, which is Ihuoma, that, yes, at a point, somehow she, she thought, well, that will help her to stay. And she wanted to, I use the word wanted to submit an application for that status, but she did not. The application form, the original document was returned back to her. I've got a copy. So it's not a question of he said, she said.
So they think that they're seeking refugee status in Canada, and because of that, they don't want to help them.
Yeah, they say that, and that's not accurate, because we wanted to give them the full information, but not giving the audience to that kind of thing. And even when I sent email to the current minister, Mr. Ojoma Dweke, I expected a response. I sent the email to his personal email, which he has been using, because sometimes he posts messages through the Nigerian Canada listserv. I got the email from there, and I emailed him to try and give him, this is the picture of things. If you need to know, we have documents, we have proof for this thing.
I see.
This, we granted they made a mistake, and we're not trying to justify the fact that they did something wrong.
Okay. So right now, what are they facing right now? As in, what's the possible outcomes? What are you fighting for or hoping for, and where do you see this case leading, especially if the Nigerian government doesn't intervene on time?
Well, first, I would still want to plead with the Nigerian government, your audience, and as many as listening to this, that they should contact the Canadian government. I mean, there has to be a diplomatic resolution. That's what I put it on this matter. So we expect that somebody in Nigeria or people from Nigeria will help make the contact. That's number one. Two, the government is going to be changing the rule already in Canada. They've already published it. We know it's going to happen. They are proposing it for January, where international students, when they come into Canada, can work from day one.
Wow.
So that was published December 28th. And of course, the minister repeated it February 26th. And so, but it hasn't come into law yet. It's going to happen. And the minister had made it very clear that he's going to do it. So what we are now saying is, this is what we've been asking for years. This is the error the students made. They worked for a few weeks. And I'm talking of few weeks, they should grandfather them into this clause. They should pardon them and grant them amnesty so they can finish their studies because they've studied for 3 years. I mean, and there's no law. Of course, with the current law, you can have a 5-year study permit in Canada. You can decide to go to school for 1 semester. You're not breaking the law right now.
I see.
So even if you have 5 years, you can study for 1 semester. And students are allowed to take 1 semester, 2 semester off for whatever reasons. I mean, if they can't, health reasons, stress,
Yeah.
or whatever, they're allowed to do that. So
Okay.
these students have not broken any law apart from minor thing.
Okay. So, but if the government doesn't intervene on time, they may be deported.
Well, right, that's what is sought sanctuary. Now, they don't know where they are right now.
Okay.
Okay. So there are churches in Saskatchewan who have been very helpful, who have, we've lined up a few churches who
Wow.
have said, look, we don't think these things portray the Canadian values.
Okay.
We
And
don't,
they've been helping to shelter the ladies, so they
yes,
actually. And you told me that they are where you are, that we'll be able to speak with them as well, right?
that's right. I can
Okay.
get them to stand behind me and then,
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that quickly. We'd like to speak with them.
yeah, they'll be right behind me.
Okay.
All right. Are you able to see them?
Yeah. Can they scoop down a little so we can see their faces? Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good. So let's start with Victoria. Hi, Victoria.
Hi.
Can you just tell me a little bit, how has it been so far since this case started? How have you been coping? Just tell us how you're doing.
Well, it hasn't been easy, but by the grace of God and the support from the schools and the group supporting us at the moment, we are hopeful that everything will get resolved so we can get back to classes.
Yeah.
And also, we are thankful for
Can you
the.
get up a little though? Your face is, it's okay. Now we see you. Okay, I'm hearing you.
And also, we are thankful for the help so far. So it's quite encouraging, and we hope the Nigerian government will help us in every way possible to get us back to classes. And yeah.
How has this affected your studies? I mean, this has been going on since June. Have you not been able to go to school since then, or how has this affected your studies? And if Ihuoma can also stay in the camera, would be great because I would actually want her to answer that question.
Okay, sure, she will.
Yeah. So how has this affected your studies, both of you? But Ihuoma, if you can lead out.
Okay, this has affected our studies in so many levels. Ever since we came here, we've not been able to register in classes like normal students. We're not able to go to school and enroll in classes. So it's really been very, very tough for us.
I see. So how many semesters have you guys missed now?
Roughly 2 semesters, yeah.
Wow. You've been out of school for a whole section, like 2 semesters. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Victoria, if the Nigerian government can watch this video, what exactly would you like to tell them?
Well, I would like to thank them for their support, and we hope that they are able to do something for us and get us back to classes, and also be able to contact the Canadian government. And seeing that, I mean, we are 1 year off finishing our degrees, and I mean, it's staying here hasn't been easy for us, and we hope to get back to classes. So I just pray and hope they do that for us.
I see. Ihuoma, quickly, if you can just tell us what both of you are studying in school and what you're actually hoping to do with your degree so that people can know.
Okay, I'm currently in international relations, and I intend working as an international relations officer, and I also intend working at the Nigerian High Commission. So I'd love to help my country with my degree.
I see. What about you, Victoria?
Right now, well, for me, I hope to.
What are you studying?
I'm studying theater arts at the moment,
Okay.
and I hope to, use my experience in any way possible to help the entertainment industry in Nigeria, and also somehow someday I wish to be a minister of arts and culture
Oh,
in
wow.
Nigeria. So yeah.
These are great dreams. But lastly, this is a difficult question, and I'm hoping you guys would, I don't know how you would answer it, but let's say the worst comes to if nothing is done and they say that you guys have to be deported back home. How do you, like, what would be your next step? Are you going to go home, or you're going to just try to stay around until something is worked out?
Well, we're just positive. We don't even want to think about going home,
I see.
because I mean, we want a situation whereby we have something coming back. We're coming back with something. We're coming back to help our country somehow. So we're just staying hopeful and positive, and we believe everything will get resolved. Just
Amen. I believe too, and it's good to see you guys being positive at this time. And thank you so much for joining us and letting us see your faces. At least we see that you're doing well. Thank you, Mr. Adeogun, for taking care of them. At least we know that they're in good hands.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Thank you all for joining us on Sahara TV today. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
So to keep people updated though, Mr. Adeogun, they need to go on your website, www.cultureconnectint.com.
Well, we don't have, yes, that's our website, but of
Okay.
course, because of privacy reasons, we can't post their information on the website. But if they need to contact, they can, you can provide my number and I can give it to you if you want it
Yeah,
on
go
here.
ahead. Say your number in case anybody wants to contact you after seeing this video.
By all means, yeah, they can contact us at +1 306 569 8224. That's 306 569 8224. Of course, 1 being the country code and 306 being the area code. And the email is kay@cultureconnectint.com. kay@cultureconnectint, that's the short form for international.com.
I see. Thank you very much for giving your contact information. Hopefully somebody that could be of help will contact, but we'll keep doing our own quota by, talking about this and letting people be aware so that hopefully something can be done. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We look forward to that. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much to your organization for taking time to hear this through your channel. We appreciate it.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Take care now.
All right, viewers, that has been Mr. Kay Adeogun, the lawyer to Victoria and Ihuoma, the ladies that are facing deportation from Canada back to Nigeria because they worked off campus at Walmart for about 2-3 weeks, knowing that their student visa doesn't allow that. So please keep following the case. He gave us his contact information to know the update about the ladies, and if anybody out there can help them, please don't hesitate. Stay tuned. We have more to come. Thank you.